in the frame.
Yeah.
All right. Give a cow, not a cup. That was the philosophy of Dan West when he was volunteering to help refugees in the Spanish Civil War. He was handing out cups of milk to children in refugee camps, and he had the responsibility of deciding which children looked malnourished and needed to be given these cups of milk. And so while he was doing this, the thought occurred to him, why not give a cow instead of a cup? This teach a man to fish instead of give a man a fish for a day mentality is what led him to found Heifer International. They've been actively working to alleviate world hunger since its establishment in 1944. They aim to increase assets of families in need and subsequently increase food security in impoverished countries. Today I will explain how Heifer International got its start, and I will talk about the organization's current projects and logistics, and then I will talk about the donation process. Let's begin with a brief explanation of the history of the foundation. That's a picture of Down West, and that is a picture of the Seagoing Cowboys, which were the first shipment of cows to Greece from the Midwest in the United States. In 1943, the United Nations Relief and Rehabilitation Administration was founded to assist the war-torn countries after World War II. This was around the same time that Dan West was volunteering in Spain and giving out milk to the impoverished children, and he organized a shipment of heifers to Spain for the whole Give a Cow thing via the Brethren Service Committee, because he was a part of a church, and that's where he got most of his volunteers from. The UNRRA and the BSC joined forces shortly afterwards to begin shipping cows to Europe and Greece, and they called this foundation the Heifers for Relief Committee. Shortly afterwards, it was renamed the Heifer Project, and the organization as we know it was born. Between 1945 and 1947, over 300,000 animals were delivered to Europe and Greece, and like I said, that's one of the first pictures that was taken transporting cattle from the U.S. to countries in need. These projects have continued to deliver throughout different wars and conflicts, and one of the most popular quotes by Dan West is that a cow cannot distinguish between the hungry cries of a capitalist baby and a communist baby. So they remain completely neutral, and they take supplies and animals to anybody in need, really. They now deliver animals to 125 different countries, and they have estimated to have provided relief to 12.5 million families. So they now do not just cows, but they also do horses, pigs, bees, llamas, water buffalo, and there's even a project where they give snail farms to people without a lot of space in like Nigeria and stuff, because the waste from them makes really great manure for crops, and they actually have a really good market for the meat. They emphasize on passing on the gift. So when they give an animal to a family, they emphasize that they need to pass on the offspring to another family that's in need, or they need to be giving milk to people who can't afford it and selling the rest, and like making sure that they're supporting the community and giving back the gift that was given to them. So this is a quote from one of the families that was helped, and it said, "We thought the gifts were expensive, but we've learned that knowledge and training are gifts too. We pass on the nutritious food, clothes for newborns, and school supplies for needy children. We visit other communities and bring them oranges, seeds, and saplings." So they also do microcredit loans to families that are in need that have like a business plan set up, and they have like advisors that help with that kind of stuff. And they go and they dig wells, and they help provide communities with clean water and do a lot of other outreach stuff outside of providing animals. One of their most recent projects, they partnered with Cargill to sponsor the Hatching Hope Initiative, which provides chickens to low-income and food-insecure communities in India, Mexico, and Kenya. With this project, there's an emphasis on like women entrepreneurs and helping to empower women in need and help them like form businesses and stuff like that. This is especially prevalent in Nepal, where they have an actual like business plan set up where they give cattle only to women and like teach them how to farm and stuff like that. All of these projects are funded by public donations, and Heifer likes to use the term give a hand up, not a handout. So it's all about giving families the tools and resources that they need to empower themselves and get themselves out of impoverished situations and increase their family's food security and send their children to school and just generally increase quality of life. On the website, you can choose to make a general donation, or you can choose to fund a specific project. Like you can make a direct donation to the Hatching Hope Initiative, or you can make a direct donation to the Nepalese woman and give cattle. You can also choose a specific animal that you would like to donate. So if you want to donate a llama to a farmer in Peru, you can absolutely do that. The foundation has approximately $124 million in revenue annually, and it actually has a 98% on like charity rating websites, because over 75% of their proceeds go directly to funding the projects. But people can also assist the foundation through non-monetary donations. They have volunteer programs for fundraising teams, and then they also set up like community outreach stuff, and pretty much anybody who wants to partner with Heifer can do so by reaching out on the website and being like, hey, we want to do a fundraiser for you, and they'll send a representative out to consult with those people. So before taking any questions, I'd like to remind you of key points that I've run into today. To sum everything up, Heifer is a large organization that provides livestock to impoverished and food insecure communities around the world. With the give a cow, not a cut mentality, Heifer has provided aid to more than 32 million families, allowing them to provide for themselves and give back to their community, and their impact will continue to grow exponentially as the people are passing on the gifts that have been given to them. Dan West created a legacy that will continue to expand and benefit the lives of the people involved. Thank you for listening. I am now happy to take your questions.
Okay, I'm curious. Is this just for another country, or is this also in the USA? I mean, can you donate an animal to somebody in the USA?
You can't necessarily choose where the animal is donated. They try to donate indigenous species. So like if you buy an alpaca, they're probably not going to give that to somebody in the US or even somebody in Africa because it's too hot there. They're going to donate that to somebody in Peru in the Andes where that animal is from. But I do believe that they have outreach programs for impoverished portions of the US where you can donate like pigs and stuff like that, animals that are, you know, regularly utilized here.
Can you pick the country where
If they have a specific project going on in that country, then you can donate to that. So, for example, you can donate to the Cargill, and that goes to specific countries. But when you pick an animal, you can't pick which country it goes to.
Cargill is they produce animal feed.
Yeah.
Protein animal feed.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So they partner with Heifer, and they give chickens, and they also provide feed for them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Is there a website one could go to?
Yes. HeiferInternational.com is where I got most of this information, and where you can make any donations or answer any other questions you have.
Awesome.
Thank you